Welcome, students. Please keep yourself tuned in for the third edition of LEAD MasterClass. We will be going live soon in a couple of minutes with our expert instructor, Apoorva, who's a lawyer and entrepreneur by profession, currently serving as a director of 2 primary schools and has trained thousands of students across the country. Meanwhile, in the comment box, do tell us how excited you feel about today's masterclass. We are sure you students will have a lot to gain from the learnings gathered by her over an extensive 10 years of experience in public speaking at various levels. Sounds exciting, right? Now, students, without any further delay, let's hear it from Apoorva.
Hi, everyone. This is Apoorva Agarwal. Thank you so much, Arup, again, for such a wonderful introduction. So hello, everyone who's watching. I'm Apoorva Agarwal, and I'm here to teach you all about public speaking. Now, first and foremost, why should you listen to me? That is because I love public speaking. More than the experiences that I have had, it is very important to learn the skill from someone who has passion and love towards it. And I consider myself as that person. I have been very fond of speaking, and public speaking has always been a forte, and I cannot wait to share my experience with you and discuss all the things that you require to be a great public speaker. So before we start, a quick note to all of you, you can drop in your questions in the chat box, which I'll be taking during the session and after the session. And to all of those who will be asking me questions, you might get a surprise gift from LEAD School. So you better participate, and I'm looking forward to interacting with all you amazing students. So without any form of delay, we are going to start with the class today. So stay tuned, because I have planned some interesting activities for all of you, and I also have some very, very informative and engaging activities. So there we go. Okay, yes. So this class is about public speaking, which makes you all wonder. We all know what public speaking is. Speaking in front of the public, that is called public speaking. Simple, easy, but that's not it. Public speaking is all about connecting with the audience. It is all about your stage presence. It is about what you speak. It is about the confidence with which you deliver your speech. Public speaking is about standing in front of a group of people who are waiting to hear from you speak. It is about an art which you are to deliver to a lot of people, and therefore it's a big deal. And therefore this requires a lot of practice, consistency, and persistence from your end. There is a reason why public speakers are considered to be very intelligent and brainy, because it does involve a lot of hard work. People are not born with this skill. You are not born with this skill. It is a skill that you acquire with time, with practice, and with a lot of hard work from your end. If you think that this is something that you cannot do, then let me tell you, this is something that you can definitely do with the right amount of practice and guidance, which is what you're going to get in today's masterclass, and of course in the upcoming masterclass. First and foremost, what is public speaking? What is happening right now is public speaking. I might not be able to see you all in person, but I'm still delivering a speech, a lecture, a class, a session to a lot of people, to my audience. So when I'm speaking to more than one person, it automatically becomes a big platform, and it is called public speaking. I'm going live in front of the audience. I have to go live and speak a topic. And then I have to do three things. Number one, I have to educate. When you speak about a topic, आप ऐसे बोलते हो that the person whom you are teaching learns something from it. All right, even if it's a poem, even if you go on the stage and you say something, people should learn from it. There should be some intake from it. Entertain. What is entertain? People should wait to watch you. अगर मैं बिल्कुल simple, hi everyone, public speaking, first thing we're going to learn is educate, entertain, influence. No, this is not entertainment. This is very boring speech. So what happens in public speaking? The second point is entertainment. I have to entertain my audience so that they stop and listen. You know how do those stand-up comedians work? Why did this whole stand-up comedians thing was given so much boost? Because they were entertaining the audience. Audience felt like watching the comedians while they were at a cafe. They were getting entertained. They were given a reason to stay in the cafe for 1 hour, have food, have drinks, and at the same time, watch a stand-up comedian entertain them. Similarly, when you're speaking in public, you have to entertain the audience. Otherwise, they're going to lose interest, they're going to leave and will pay no attention to what you're going to say. And third thing, you have to influence them. When the session gets over, they should be like, yes, today I learned this. Today I learned how can I prepare myself to be a good speaker. I was educated about it, I was entertained on that topic, and I was influenced. So this is what public speaking is all about. It is about delivering these three things, these three goals through your speech, through whatever you say. Now, it might sound really scary. It might sound, I can't do this. I can't go in front of the public live and speak something. Whatever I'm doing right now, you might all think, I can't go live on YouTube and speak in front of thousands of people. There is a chat box right here. People are going to write weird comments, but how does it matter? You have to train yourself to be a great speaker, to tell the audience that I'm here to make a point, and that is what you have to do. But for that, you require a lot of practice. There's a lot of stress I'm putting in practice because nothing can be achieved, without it. So, okay, great. I require practice. I want to become a public speaker, but how? What are the things I can do to become a public speaker? Okay, from today, I have decided I have the skills it requires to be a great speaker, but where do I go and practice? I've got you covered on that front. First is obviously your classroom. You're all students watching us here. So next time when a teacher asks you a question, raise your hand and go up there in front of the class and answer the question. That is one place, that's a baby step you can take towards public speaking. अगर आपको सबसे पहले एक बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म पे नहीं जाना है, start from a smaller platform, which can be your classroom. So participate in readings, in reciting. There are times when I was a kid, my teacher used to ask me, who's going to read that chapter? Be that kid who will raise the hand and say, ma'am, I'm going to read a paragraph. Your teacher is there in front of you to guide you if you go wrong. You are not expected to be right all the time. अगर आप कुछ पढ़ रहे हो and you feel you do not know how to pronounce it, how to say it, ask your teacher and learn. So this is one platform wherein you can practice public speaking. Then comes presentation, which is what exactly I'm doing right now. I am presenting something. So for example, in your school, you're given a project that you have to make a PowerPoint presentation on COVID-19. What is COVID-19? How to save ourselves from it? What are the precautions we can take? How to have a healthy lifestyle? So you make a presentation. Now present it. जो चीज आपने बनाई है, the things that you have read and researched, it is very easy to present it. So take the initiative. That is called presentation, like how I am presenting this particular information to all of you. at an event. So for example, let's take a very small event. You go to a birthday party of your best friend and then says, okay, so we have with us Rahul, and Rahul speaks really well. He knows an amazing story and he's going to tell us that. So be that person. That is how you can practice public speaking at a small event, and it will give you confidence to perform at a bigger platform in future. Do not think जो public speakers होते हैं वो सबसे पहले TED Talk में चले जाते हैं. They always take baby steps. They always and always start from the basics. Debate and recitation, or debate is a heavy word. Debate, how can I debate? I am not that great. What is debating? Debating is that you're given a topic and you have to speak for and against the topic. Great. Now, debating is one of the amazing platform wherein you can practice public speaking, because it teaches you confidence and patience. It helps you how you have to research. So participate in school, whenever these competitions happen, like debate competitions, recitation competitions, extempore, just go out there and participate without the fear of losing. Participate to learn, do not participate to win. You have to take the first step. School assembly, there are school assemblies that happen around, and then you are asked to read a news in the school assembly or a prayer. Participate. So at the school level, when I'm now dealing with students who are in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th class, please remember, this is your time to start entering the public speaking world by trying to do these things that you can see on the screen. Start participating. Don't think it's a thing of the toppers or it's a thing of the brainy kids. It is a thing of someone who has confidence and who can go out there and speak, and all of this can be very easily learned and executed. All right, but before you are ready to become a public speaker, what is that one thing that you need to work on? You're great at public speaking, everything, you're ready. Okay, fine. I am now going to participate in that school assembly wherein I have to go and speak on the stage about coronavirus. What is the thing that you need to work on the most? So you are standing in the assembly in your line and you have to go on the stage. Remember, the moment your name is announced, people are going to look at you. So the one thing that needs to be on point is your body language. Now, what is body language? Body language, obviously, as the name suggests, is the language your body speaks. It can be bad, it can be average, or it can be excellent. You should aim to be excellent, because this is one thing which is very easy to acquire. And you just don't require a positive body language when you're speaking. You require a positive body language all the time. When people meet you, when people look at you, they should get a feeling, wow, this is how I want to be. Why do you idolize those superstars? Why are you so fond of all these cricketers and celebrities? Everybody wants to look at them. And why? Because when they walk, they look like they are celebrities. When they talk, when they sit, when they stand, their posture is on point. And that is why we are attracted to them. That is why we love watching them, because they give those confident vibes. They're confident from within, and that is what is exhibited. Therefore, in public speaking also, a correct posture is very important and imperative. You need to follow a correct posture so that people take you seriously, so that people think she's worth listening, so that people think she's worth sitting here and spending my time. Else, why would they be interested in listening to you? So if you see that image that is right there on your screen, do you want to be someone who's on the left? Would you want to listen to someone who's on the left? She looks like she's under so much pressure. She's swarmed with pressure. She's not standing properly, and she doesn't know what she's going to say. Everybody will make fun of her or will not take her seriously, because trust me, you're going to speak later but you will be watched first. So remember what you show to those eyes that are waiting for you in the audience. It is something very appealing and exhibiting confidence. So you have to be like someone who's on the right. How is she? She's smart. She's confident. She's there on the stage to create an everlasting impression. That should be your aim. You should always and always try to maintain a positive body language on the stage. Okay, now I have two images in front of you of two people whom all the Indians idolize. One is obviously Dhoni and another one is Virat Kohli. The reason I have these images in front of you is because these are the people whom we can actually learn from. If you look at the image of Mahendra Singh Dhoni, you would see the way he is standing. He has been the captain of the Indian cricket team. He is representing India, our country, our nation, on national and international level. Can he afford to have a bad posture? No, he's standing straight with relaxed shoulders, but at the back, making an eye contact with the audience with the straight back. On the right, there is Virat Kohli, who's again a cricketer and a really good one. And he's also standing straight, making an eye contact with a very correct posture. So this is the sort of posture we need to follow when we are standing on the stage or walking towards the stage. So when it is said, okay, now we have Apoorva who's going to come up on the stage and talk about coronavirus. All the eyes will be looking for you. They will see you walking towards that stage. So how do you have to walk? You have to walk straight with your back straight, shoulders relaxed and pushed back, looking straight towards the stage with your hands relaxed and feet in a parallel position. Don't walk like this. Okay, so you have to walk in a very parallel manner and you will go on the stage. And then everybody is going to be like, okay, now she's here to create a difference, to make a difference. So posture is important. Now, for example, you have to sit on the stage and speak. Sometimes, for example, when there are debate competitions that happens, or when there are MUNs that happen, or when there are other discussions, group discussions that happen, then you're required to sit. In that particular case, again, remember 3 points. Your back should be straight. You should not slouch and slide or slide and sit. Your back should be straight. Your hands should be relaxed and your shoulders should not bend. They should again be straight and little relaxed. This is the kind of posture that you need to have while you sit to speak. Now, why is it all important? Why is it so important for me to look good while I'm sitting or to have a right posture when I'm standing? Doesn't it really matter in public speaking what I'm going to speak? No, because as I said earlier, you are judged for your appearance before you actually utter a word from your mouth. So for the judges who will be there or for the people out there, you need to appear in the best of your personality. And that is what we also as humans do. When we are in the class or when we go out to a party, when we see someone who has slouched shoulders, who's walking in a lazy manner, we always interpret she's not well or he's not well, he's not sick, I don't want to talk to him. But postures speak a lot about you. You should work on your postures. That is extremely important. But what if your posture is not correct? What can you do to correct your posture? The first thing that you can do to correct your posture is to realize what is the right posture. Keep correcting yourself. When you're studying, when you're walking, when you're at a party, when you're going out, when you're at a restaurant, make sure that you follow a correct posture. At home, obviously, you can relax. But when you're out, when you're at social events, make sure you follow a correct posture because it will help you maintain the posture permanently. And then tell the people around you with whom you spend a lot of time to correct you if they find that your posture is wrong. So if You spend a lot of time with your siblings or with your parents. Tell them that, see, I know I sit like this, but I want to improve my posture. I want to sit like this. So if you find me sitting in a wrong posture, do tell me. कहते हैं ना, टोको मुझे. Tell me that, no, Apoorva, correct your posture. Because this is one of the way your postures can improve. And then when you go on the stage, you will create a great impression. So judges are going to look at you and the audience is going to look at you and be like, okay, great. I think there's something good coming for all of us. So never mess up or go wrong with your first impression. Ensure that it is to the point. Now, when we have to make a speech on the stage, we often speak on the podium. The podium is exactly how it is shown in the picture, and we have the former President of the United States, Barack Obama, who is speaking. What do we need to learn from this image is the way he is conducting himself, the way he is standing, the way he has maintained his posture. Because before he actually speaks, this is what people are going to look at. He's going to be judged as the President of the United States. So if you look at the image with me, you would see, first thing, he's making an eye contact with the audience, which is supremely important. Because when you make an eye contact, you connect yourself with the audience. But if you look down and speak, nobody will listen to you because you're not connecting with them. Another thing, his shoulders and arms are relaxed, okay? He has not put his arms or shoulders around the podium. They're relaxed on the podium. They're resting on the podium. And then his feet are not visible, which is a very important thing that you have to keep in mind when you speak on the podium. The podium is made so that it covers your feet. Your feet should not be visible because otherwise it can be very distracting for the audience. And then your posture that you have to maintain while you're standing, back straight, shoulders relaxed and pushed at the back, and heads up. So these are the things that you have to keep in mind when you're speaking in public. Heads down, no. Heads up. Smile, pleasant face. Do not be rude. Do not look like, oh God, I have to do this out of compulsion. Or in a debate, you're going crazy, making that bad face. No. When you're speaking in public, you have to maintain a very pleasant and nice face because that will radiate positive vibes to the audience. So that is extremely important. Now, we know the correct posture that we have to follow when we are on the stage, when we walk towards the stage, when we are sitting on the stage, when we are standing on the podium. We also know why are these postures important? Because they show the kind of personality we carry. Confident speakers, normal speakers. So for example, if you switch on your camera today and you would see me teaching like, okay, students, pick up your notebook. Today we're going to do this. You will not listen to me because that is not entertaining. That is not informative. It is very boring. So please do work on your postures before you actually start working on what you're going to speak if you want to be a good public speaker. And it is very easy to do. You can also practice certain exercises at home because these postures is something that you need to follow in your daily life too. But before we move next, I have a quiz for all of you. And I think I have made it very clear as to the postures that you need to be following. So I have a small quiz for all of you. So just be very ready and attentive before I go to the next slide and show you the question. You have to write down the correct answer in the chat box. And I will get to know who's writing right and wrong. Then some of the students who participate will get a surprise goodie from the LEAD School. So that is one of the reasons why you should be participating. So there you go in 3, 2, 1. Great. So if you're sitting in a classroom, which posture will you follow? So you're sitting in a classroom and whether you will be following A or whether you will be following B. So this is what you have to write in the chat box. You have to write which is the correct answer. Tell me the posture you will follow when you're sitting in a classroom or maybe anywhere on the stage, or you're called for a group discussion. How should you be sitting? Tell me quickly because I'm waiting for answer. It's a very, very, very simple question, and it's got a very, very simple answer and quite an evident answer. So you have to tell me the correct sitting posture one needs to follow when they're sitting in the classroom. Imagine you're in a classroom and suddenly a debate starts happening or a group discussion starts happening. How will you sit is what you have to write in the chat box and let me know. So I'm waiting for the right answers. It is a very easy question that is being asked, and you have to tell me the correct answer to this.
Well, Apoorva, everybody is hinting at B, option B. And we've got hundreds of replies, and everybody, not a single person has replied otherwise. Everybody's hinting at B. So give us the right answer.
Great, that is amazing. That is amazing. So we have Sabinaya, Ramu, Rais Ahmed, they've all written B, and that is the correct answer. Although all of you might think it was such an easy question, but the reason why I'm showing you these images and asking you these questions, because this will help you learn better. A lot of the times we sit like how the girl is sitting in option A. But we need to actually follow option B even in the classroom, because sometimes when the teacher is selecting whom I should be sending for the competition, who is an attentive kid, the posture speaks a lot about you. So please try and maintain this posture, because it is going to help others know the kind of personality that you are. So another question that I have for you. So for all those who didn't get a chance to participate in the first one, there you go for the second question. It's a little tricky, but again, if you focus on the pictures that I'm going to show you, you will be able to answer it correctly. Okay, great. So I told you how you should be standing on the podium, correct? I had shown you a picture of Barack Obama as to how he was standing on the podium. And now I have two images in front of you, image A and image B. So we have Emma Watson, and who's famously known as the Harry Potter Hermione, and Donald Trump. And you have to tell me which posture will you follow when you're speaking on the podium. Is it option A or is it option B? Would you stand like Hermione, or would you stand like Donald Trump? So quickly write down your answers, because this one needs a lot of attention. When you're speaking on the podium, it is important to conduct yourself in a particular manner, in a particular body language. And one of the image clearly shows how exactly you should be standing on the podium with confidence and with that correct posture. So if you remember the points that I have taught you, I think we should know what is the correct posture that you should be following, whether it's A or B. So you have to quickly tell me, write down in the chat box your correct answer and that you feel is correct, whether it is A or B. Again, I think it's a very it's a very easy question for all of you to answer. So let's witness an active participation. Also, who doesn't want to win a surprise gift from LEAD School? You must, and therefore just go and write your answer in the chat box.
Well, Apoorva, almost everybody, Dharmeet, Ramu, Shruti Jadhav, Bhagyashree Kotavle,
Wow.
they all have answered A.
That is great. That is great. That is great. But I think what we need to figure out right now is A is absolutely correct, because she's making an eye contact. She's standing within the podium. Her chin is up. She is standing with that confidence, correct posture. But why is B wrong? Why is B not a preferable posture to follow when you're speaking on the podium? First of all, a lot of times people have the habit of holding the podium from the front, like you would see happening in image B. But that should not be the case. A podium has a hand rest, and that is where your hand should be kept. Also, if you're trying to make an eye contact with someone who's sitting on the left, like how I think in option B, Donald Trump is trying to make, he's trying to make an eye contact with people who are sitting on the left. You don't completely have to turn yourself. You don't have to show your back to people who are sitting on the right. So you can't be like, okay, yes, that's what you are asking. No, you only have to move your eyes. So if you have to talk to someone on the left, that is how you're going to talk. Okay, yeah, thank you. But your shoulders and your back kind of remains intact. So this is one thing that you need to learn from the second image. That is, please make an eye contact. Do not move yourself completely and try to keep your body within the podium. Your hands and your feet should not be visible outside the podium. Don't hold the podium like that. So that is one thing that you must remember. Another important thing that you must know for making an eye contact is that eye contact is not made to one or two people. It is made to the audience. Now, how to do that? So you start from left to right. So hi, everyone. I'm Apoorva Agarwal, and I'm going to talk about coronavirus. Now, coronavirus is
Students, apologies for the technical glitch. Give us a minute. We're getting back. Students, just hold on for a minute. Apologies for the technical glitch. We're just getting back.
Hi, I'm so sorry for that technical glitch. I think there was suddenly a massive power cut here. Hi, so everyone, I think we're live again. I'm extremely sorry from my end for this technical glitch. There was a massive power cut out here. And so, yes, so we were discussing about the posture, and I was telling you as to why you should not be following posture B and we should stick to posture A. So now, moving forward and also having discussed about eye contact, we will be moving on to another important part. But before that, before we start talking about another important aspect of public speaking, I would like to take up certain questions from the audience. So the audience, if you have some questions for me, please write them in the chat box and do let me know, because I am going to answer a few of them. Anything and anything you want to ask about the topic, about public speaking, about your experience. If you've had a negative experience, then please go ahead and ask.
Apoorva, Aditi Akula is asking how to control fear in front of people.
All right. So Aditi, that's a very important question. And in fact, I am about to be covering stage fright today. So when it comes to fear, first of all, fear is inevitable. When you go on the stage, when you have to speak to so many people, you need to know one thing, that fear will automatically come to you, that nervousness will automatically come to you. So the best way to deal with that is by putting in a lot of hard work and practice before you actually make that stage appearance. When you are very well prepared, when you know what you have to speak, then your fear will automatically, the fear level will automatically come down. So that is one way that you can overcome fear, by being on the stage. Just prepare well, put in a lot of hard work. And trust me, this hard work you might have to put initially a lot, but later on when you will get hold of it, when you would know how to make a speech, your pressure will automatically reduce. So the first times are always crazy. So for example, like suddenly I lost connection. All right, I was live and I lost connection, and there were so many people who were watching me, and when I came back, I had that nervousness, but it is this nervousness or this fear that you have to overcome to move forward. But because I'm prepared, I was prepared that if the technical glitch happens, what I have to do, I could overcome it quickly. So this is one of the best way to overcome fear. Just put in a lot of effort in your pre-preparation. Okay, so we have someone who's asked how to deliver the first 20 crucial seconds of speech. So you're absolutely right. The first part of this speech is indeed very, very crucial to the audience. To overcome that, always and always memorize your opening lines very, very carefully. That is something you cannot go wrong, and that is something we should have a very less ums. You know what are ums? My name is So the number of ums actually define whether you are a fluent speaker or not. So if you have to speak for those 20 seconds and create an impression, make sure there are very less ums. Number two, your lines are very well memorized to you. And number three, you speak about the topic that you're going to speak on. Inform about the topic. So if I have to speak on coronavirus, in the first 20 seconds, tell the audience about it, because they have your maximum attention at the beginning. The audience has your maximum attention at the beginning. Okay, so another question that we have is, while speaking in front of everyone, how can we gain our confidence? When do you feel confident? Okay, so first of all, when we are good at something, right? So if you're good at something, for example, if you are a dancer or if you are a singer feels confident singing. Why? Or a dancer feels confident dancing. Why? Because he or she knows how to do it. But why do we not feel confident while speaking in public? Because we might not know how to do it. We might not know how to speak it. So to gain confidence is by learning that skill. By investing time and effort in learning that skill, that is the only way you can do to feel confident. So if you are confident at one particular thing, Bhagyashree. So Bhagyashree has asked this question. Bhagyashree, if just tell me, ask yourself that one quality that, Bhagyashree, what are you good at? And you're like, I'm good at dancing. If someone asks me to dance or to show a particular dance form, I can do it with full confidence because I'm good at it. So that is what you need when it comes to public speaking also. You need to learn the skill. And when you know the skill, when you know how to present yourself, how to speak, the confidence will automatically follow. It's going to be shaky at the beginning. It's going to give you a lot of nerve chills, and it's going to make you doubt yourself. But with practice, this is one thing which requires consistency and practice. The confidence will automatically follow you. And after 2-3 times, you're going to be very good at it. You could see improving yourself. So that is one thing you can do to gain confidence. I hope that helps. But moving forward and talking about all the questions that you have, I thought that it is extremely important to discuss an important aspect of public speaking, which is stage fright. Can you see that image on the screen? That is what stage fright looks like. That is exactly how being petrified or scared looks like when you're on the stage. Oh my God, I have to say this. Oh my God, I've been asked to be on the stage and speak. But the question you need to ask yourself is, why am I scared? Why do I have stage fright? Why is it happening to me and not to others? Why did everyone else come on the stage and speak so fluently and I could go numb? Why do I have that face? Nobody wants that face on the stage, because trust me, this shows that you're not prepared. But the questions that you need to ask yourself is, why am I having this stage fright? And why does this happen? This happens because you have multiple things going in your head. Will I experience a blackout? What is that? Will I just go blank while speaking? I know everything, but what if I forget everything? Will I be laughed at? Will I be judged? What if my audience labels me? What if I don't speak and then I am given a tag of someone and that is going to stay with me for the rest of my school life? What if I forget my speech? These are the things which instill fear in your mind. And these are the things which we exactly need to overcome to appear confident on stage. And all of these things can only be sorted if you prepare well. First thing that you need to remember is that there's always a first time to do something for anything you do. And you need to put in a lot of effort for that. But after the first time, things automatically become very easy. They fall in place. So if you are someone who's very scared to go on the stage, start practicing at home in front of a lesser audience. How can you do that? Switch on your TV. All right. Switch on your TV, put on YouTube, and just search on YouTube live audience. Just play that, put it on mute. So this audience stand in front of the TV and you decide to speak on the topic. You have audience in front of you that is under your control, because obviously you have a remote. You can pause whenever you want to. But this is one step you can do to practice public speaking. Another thing, stand in front of the mirror. Every morning, stand in front of the mirror, decide a topic and speak. Could be anything. If you're unhappy about something and you're like, I'm very angry, I want to talk about something. Today, I lost in my cricket match. Stand in front of the mirror and speak it out loudly. Explain your experience. Today it was a match and we were about to win, but this happened and I'm really unhappy. This is what gives you confidence. Start practicing by doing things you're comfortable with. If that also not works, ask your parents to sit in front of you, ask your friends to sit in front of you and speak in front of them and ask for guidance. Trust me, why am I giving you this lecture? Why is LEAD School focusing so much on public speaking? Why do they have such great personalities like Sunil Gavaskar, Chetan Bhagat come forward and teach you public speaking? It is because it can be learned. It is because it's a skill you can easily acquire. What do you think? Everybody is a born speaker. For them, it is easy to kind of go there and speak. No. Sunil Gavaskar, who has been one of the biggest commentator, has clearly said in his previous class that he goes blank so many times. Someone whose main forte has been speaking goes blank. So imagine you who might be going on the stage for the first time. You can go blank too. It is completely fine. Stage fright is absolutely normal. Don't let that stop you from trying at least. So start practicing at home to overcome all of this. To overcome all of this, you need to practice, take baby steps. Now, why does it happen to you and not to someone else? Why? Your classmate is a brilliant speaker and you're not. Why does that happen to you? So these are the reasons why it happens to you. Number one, you're not well prepared. Even if you're a great speaker, for everyone out there, even if you're a great speaker, you have to invest time in preparation. Don't think being a great speaker makes you win every public speaking competition. No. It requires a lot of research and hard work, and it goes till every stage. Fear of failure. Last time when I went on the stage, I went numb. People were laughing. I will not get on that stage again in my life. That is the fear of failure. Do not do that. Who cares? Do you actually remember? Would you actually remember when you were in class 3rd or there was someone of your classmate who went blank? Nobody remembers. I am 28 years old now. I completed my school long ago. I do not remember the time when I had a classmate who was not able to speak. Nobody remembers. So this is extremely, extremely important. Get rid of that failure and try not to be afraid from taking the second chance. Okay, negative past experiences are anxiety issues. What is anxiety? When your heartbeat starts increasing, when you have that crazy palpitations and your hands are sweaty. These are all symptoms of anxiety. Why do we get anxious? हम anxious को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? घबराहट क्यों होती है हमें? जब हमें पता है हम कुछ गलत कर रहे हैं, या हम कुछ ऐसा कर रहे हैं जो हमने पहले कभी नहीं करा, या हम कुछ ऐसा कर रहे हैं कि हमें नहीं आता. So if suddenly you're in class 7 and your mother tells you that, okay, fine, you have to cook the whole meal for the family. आपको क्या होगी? घबराहट. Why? Because I've never done this before. How will I do it? But what if you cook the best meal? What if you actually perform extremely well? You are always remembered. Sorry, you're always remembered for your last job. So if your last job has been bad, you have another chance to create a good impression and make that one to be remembered. So please, please, please ensure that you are not afraid of taking a second chance. Inferiority complex. You know what inferiority complex is? When Sushmita Sen and Aishwarya Rai were participating in the Miss World contest, Sushmita Sen got to know that Aishwarya Rai is participating, and she went and said that I'm going to back out from it. She took back all her registration, went to her mother and said, I am not going to participate. And the mother asked, why are you not participating? You're tall, you're beautiful, you're confident. She said, Aishwarya Rai is there. She is a model. She has so much experience. There is no way I can win, and I don't want to compete with her. I'll probably try next time, and I don't want to do it. Her mother scolded her so much and made her participate again. And we all know what happened. Sushmita Sen is the Miss Universe and Aishwarya Rai became Miss World. And why? Because she came that inferiority complex. You never know. You never know. You have that quality in you which can take you ahead of someone who thinks that she's the best or he's the best. So please do not have that complex. Lack of knowledge about, about whatever you're going to teach, unfamiliar audience. You feel that, this audience is not familiar to me. Well and good. The audience doesn't know you. You don't know the audience. Go and make an impression so that they remember you now. So these are the things you can do to, overcome stage fright. This is what is extremely important and what it takes. All right. So I have to take some questions from the audience, but before that, I have certain points for you out here, which will help you understand whether you have anxiety issues or stage fright or not. And then accordingly, you will be able to know how much you need to work for that, for your stage fright, and how much you need to practice more. So write down your score. If you have rapid heartbeats, that one. If you have awkward pauses, what are awkward pauses? When you go on the stage, when your voice becomes really weak, you start trembling, you're not able to maintain an eye contact, you're not able to think clearly, you just want to end your speech. So isme se just pick up the points that happens with you and write your score. So if out of this 3 things happen with you, then 3 is your score. If out of this all the things happen with you, then 7 is your score. If only 1 thing happens with you, then 1 is the score. So let me do it for you. So I think the 1 thing that happens with me is 1, rapid heartbeats. That happens with me each time I'm on the stage. My heartbeats, I feel my heart want to come out. So my score is 1 over here. I want all of you to write down your score in the chat box and let me know how is your anxiety score. How anxious do you feel? I just want to know the score so that it will help you understand how much harder you need to work towards your practice sessions, towards your public speaking. And if your score is actually more than 3, then these classes are a must for you, because I swear by the end of the class, your score will come down to 1. Because you will know the correct steps to prepare. So write down your score, and please don't have that fear of being judged by the other audience. Okay, oh my God, she has a 7 score or she has a 5 score. You must write down your score and understand your anxiety level. If your score is 5 or below that, that means you are someone who is genuinely interested in public speaking and can do that with smoothness. But if your score is more than 5, then there is a lot of hard work that you need to put, but still you will be there. It is an easy breezy task. Please, with the right guidance, it is super easy to overcome. Also, guys, I have time to take your questions. If you have any questions for me about the topic, please do write it in the chat box and I'm going to answer them. Again, for all the people who are going to ask questions, 3 of them are going to be lucky enough to win goodies from the LEAD School. So just put your questions in the chat box and I am going to answer your questions. I think one question I have already, which is Varalakshmi has asked, please say how to keep perfect eye contact. Okay, so to keep a perfect eye contact, you have to follow this approach. For example, I'm standing on the stage. You all are my audience. The correct way to make an eye contact is from left to right, from right to left, and then the center. If someone asks you a question, you have to look at that person and answer. So I'll show it to you again. Hi, everyone. I'm Apoorva Agarwal, a lawyer, entrepreneur, and an education coach. And I'm here to teach you all about public speaking. Okay, so this is the way you should be maintaining your eye contact. Your eye contact should not be limited to just 2 or 3 people who are sitting in front of you. And in case if you're very nervous, you get a lot of panic attacks, then the best way to maintain an eye contact is by finding a comfort corner in the audience where you can just look at one point and speak. And the audience are going to perceive that you're looking at them, but you're actually looking at your comfort corner. So that is one way you can maintain an eye contact. Also, for everyone out here, the second class is scheduled on the 14th of November. And today, now that we have learned about body postures and what is stage fright and how to overcome stage fright, in the next class, we're going to take a step further and learn how to present yourself on the stage, how to speak fluently, what are the ways you can improve your public speaking skills, you can become a better public speaker. Meanwhile, please write down your questions in the chat box if you have for me, and I will take those up.
Apoorva, the next question is from Kushmeet Kaur. Her question is how to stop fumbling and speak confidently.
Absolutely. That's a great question. And see, when it comes to fumbling, a lot of people do that. Why does that happen is first thing that you need to figure out. It is because you're extremely nervous. You were well prepared, but when you went on the stage, you kind of forgot what you're saying. और आपके दिमाग में क्या होता है? एक sequence होती है. I have to say A first, B first, C first. When that gets mixed up, you automatically fumble because you are at a loss of sequence. So to avoid fumbling, firstly, have clear thoughts. Do not create a lot of khichdi, as I would say, in your mind. Have absolutely clear thoughts as to what you're going to speak. That is one way you can avoid fumbling. And if you think that you're going to fumble, aapko nahi samajh aa raha hai, what is going to be the next thing you're going to speak, just automatically change your voice modulation and start speaking a little slowly so that you get enough time to think what you have to speak next. So for example, if I have to speak about another topic and suddenly I'm blank from within that I don't know what I have to talk, start speaking slowly so that it gets you time, it buys you time, and you're able to now think, and then again you can switch on to the next topic. Another important thing which might sound repetitive is to avoid fumbling is that you need better preparation. If you feel that you have that, that habit to fumble, that you do fumble in front of the audience, remember to make extra points. So if you have to speak 5 points, आपके पास time है सिर्फ 5 points बोलने का, and you have this habit of fumbling, make sure that you have 7 points ready. So in case if you forget any of those 5 points, you can just take the remaining 3 and speak on that. That means prepare extra to avoid the fumbleness, because that means you will never run out of content. You will have something or the other to speak on. And in case you still fumble, very smoothly move forward, and aapko nahi samajh aa raha, I cannot speak, just directly come to the conclusion and end your speech, and next time prepare better and come. So these are the things that you can do to avoid that kind of awkwardness. But remember, it's completely normal to fumble. There's nothing major about it. Everything comes with practice. So it's absolutely fine. Even great personalities fumble. They don't know how to do it. Even great dancers forget their steps on the stage. Singers forget their lines. So it's completely fine. You can absolutely work on it. So yes, so we have more questions, and I also have an assignment for all of you, which I want you to participate in. So the assignment that I have for you is going to cover what I have taught today. So the assignment is be a teacher. So all of us love to be a teacher. We all love to play this teacher game. You always like to teach something. So you have to record a video of say 30 to 60 seconds in which you are a teacher and you're teaching correct postures to someone. All right. So in your video, you should be there teaching correct postures. The way you can do is something I can show you right now. So for example, you're a teacher, you can say your name, that I'm Apoorva Agarwal. I am from this school and from this town. And today, students, I'm going to tell you about postures. So the first posture that we're going to cover today is the standing posture, and then the sitting posture, or all of that. So I want you to make your short video of 30 to 60 seconds and submit it as your assignment. And the students who will be participating in this assignment will get something very special from the LEAD school, because obviously we would want our students to grow, to see them perform better, to take great intakes from each of the classes. So please do participate in great numbers. The link, the form for participation is in the description box, I believe. Also, another important thing, if you have more questions for me, keep them ready, because I'm meeting you again on the 14th of November on Children's Day, wherein we are going to learn a lot more about public speaking. We're going to learn how exactly are you going to speak, how you can introduce yourself with great confidence, how you should be reading, saying a poem, voice modulation, and much more, with lots of activities. Another important thing I require from the people who are watching this is submit your feedback. A feedback is very important for someone to grow. When you speak, take feedback. Take feedback from others. What did they like? What did they not like? And you can obviously work on the things they don't like and become better at something. All right. So do submit your feedback. The feedback form again is in the description box. You can get access to it, and would love to receive some healthy feedback So okay, there's someone who's asked this very interesting question, which is how to practice at home. Tell some exercises. The first exercise and the most important exercise is take a newspaper and find that article that you love the most. And if you can't find that, take a newspaper, Hindi or English, could be anything, English preferably, and read headlines loudly in front of the mirror. That is one exercise you can do. Another exercise that you can do is record yourself speaking. Record yourself speaking headlines from the newspaper or a story from your English book, and then listen to it. When you listen yourself, you will be able to know where you went wrong, which word you pronounced incorrectly, where you took a lot of pauses. Third thing that you can do to practice at home is figure out what you love to do and teach that skill to an imaginary person. Like, I love cooking. I love to cook. So whenever I'm alone, I think I am in my own MasterChef channel, wherein I'm teaching them how to cook. Like, okay, so today we are going to cook pasta. For that, I need a raw pasta and some sauces. You can have these sauces with you. First, we're going to boil the pasta and then saute the vegetables. This improves your public speaking. If you're good at sports, you want to become a sports teacher, you love playing football, you know everything and anything about football, start speaking about it to someone, or if not someone, just start speaking to yourself. You will gain a lot of confidence. Another thing, if you have friends or siblings, make them sit in front of you and speak. If they don't have time, just gather all your toys, stand in front of your toys, think that they're your audience, and speak in front of that. So these are the things you can do to practice. So great, guys. It was amazing teaching all of you. I hope you learned a lot. I'm going to see you again on the 14th of November. 2 things you have to remember: an assignment that you have to submit. It is in the description box of the live session, and you have to give me a feedback, a healthy, constructive feedback, so that you can know how exactly, what are the things you want me to cover in the next session or whatever. So this is me, Apoorva Agarwal, signing off. Lots of love and luck to all of you. Happy learning, and have a great, great, great Sunday. Thank you so much for joining in.
So finally, we have come to the end of today's session. We hope all of us will start and continue on our public speaking journeys from today onwards. Thank you, everyone. And thank you once again, Apoorva. So signing off, goodbye, take care.